Is my mic value good? Hold on, let me make this thing bigger. Okay. So I think we are live. So
Yes, sir.
um I don't know if I could do you justice by introducing you. Since you were I was drafted when you were drafted when I was born.
That's incredible. That's incredible, brother.
But the way God worked, you end up coaching me in California. Always was a straight up brother. I just remember you being very positive. I know it was a lot of noise around me. It was chaotic, shoulder
Right.
injury, trying to shoot free throws with a guy who's
Exactly.
dedicated like you. But I think it's interesting that the young people don't know guys like yourself and Chris Jackson, Mahmoud. I think it's time to go along, get along game that I explained. They think it's just about me and about what I went through and like I'm just crying. But as I
Right.
look at guys like you, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Chris Jackson, guys that they can't put this bus tag on, and you were still treated the same way. So
Right.
I hope that you can just introduce yourself to the younger generation and just, I would like for you to tell your story, and then I'll just
Right.
hop in and ask you questions in between.
You know, first of all, I just thank God for giving us an opportunity, brother, at this day and time, during this period of chaos that you're able to come across. And I think the biggest part of, the message that you're bringing is that you're touching the core of America, that you're touching the foundation of white supremacy, racism, and the fact that you made a very valid statement when you said that there are things that white people cannot say today, and that they hire black people they hire black people to say them. And that's been the standard all along. Nothing's changed, but I think now with social media and the technology, it's become even more insidious. So you have people who can go on air or go on net and say things and have to have no type of credibility behind it.
Stephen A. Oh, go ahead.
And that's one of the things for me. Stephen A. When the Last Dance came out and Michael didn't interview me, media was calling me off the hook, asking me why wasn't I interviewed and the like. And then Stephen A. he goes on and talks about my family and me being broke without calling me to say, yo, brother, are you okay? Is it anything that I can do to help you and the like? And that's the part of me where I know that what you're doing is not you. It's bigger than you. And I understand, where you're sitting right now, the type of darts that you're catching, the type of arrows that are being shot at you. But
I've been getting it for 20 years though.
Yeah, and that's the thing about it, brother. When you look at, the fact of what you were able to do as an 18-year-old coming into a league with probably the most iconic figure ever to play sports, and as well as
well, they're saying something's going on with the screen.
Okay.
They said look like the machine don't want this air. Can y'all hear us?
Told you. It's a lot bigger than us, brother.
Can y'all hear there? I gotta hit the solo there. Hey, look, I brought my solo cup out today because I knew we was finna build on this one.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, y'all ladies got wine. We got I ain't gonna tell you what's in my cup.
But yeah, man.
They said they can hear us just fine.
Okay, cool. And that's the biggest part, brother, is that you've been able to touch a nerve, and that's why it's spreading like wildfire, man. Because right now we're at a point in history where everything and a lot of things that have been lied about are being revealed, and they're coming into the light of day, and they can't stand the truth of the light. And that's the part where you're on the right side of history, brother. And I just want to applaud you and tell you, you're standing on the shoulders of a lot of brothers and sisters who. And right now we're in that divine inheritance point in history. So a lot of the stuff that we're getting ready to inherit, it wasn't because of things that we did, it was because of our ancestors. And I think that, we all owe a debt of gratitude to those who paid that price. And what you're doing now is you're standing on that, man. So you look at what you're doing and how, like you said, 20 years of just being silent and just doing your interviews when called on, and now why are you at the center of the conversation with something that was wild to me, especially knowing you as a brother that you are. And you're not the type of brother that goes out looking for a fight like this, but at the same time, you have to defend your honor and your family, man. And I appreciate you for doing that. And this whole thing, the truth that you're standing on, man, is based upon unity. It's not based upon divisiveness. So all the brothers that have to come in that divisive manner, we have to realize for what it's worth for them, from a economic end, from a visibility end, whatever it might be. But we know that what you're doing, and I saw your piece with Devin. I want to make sure that we all get together because there's some things that we're doing here in Chicago that I need you and Devin to be a part of. Because
I'm with it.
Once again, man, it's a collective, brother. It's a collective, and I appreciate you standing up.
Yeah, that's why I came to YouTube and I did what I did. I'm like, how can you get people to listen to you if you don't do nothing for them? And I just was wondering how we keep doing the things we're doing for people that don't do anything for us but give us hope. So I said, I'm going to give them more than just hope, and I'm going to let them eat off what I'm doing and let them see. It'll be revealed through tapes that they're keeping us back through mind control.
Brother, and that's powerful.
Yeah,
that's powerful. When I look at, and this is the beautiful part of where we are today compared to when in 1991, when I went to the White House, when my did when we moved.
I was just about to ask you. Tell them about that. Tell them why they're not dealing with you, and they'll talk about you in the news. And this is how many years ago?
Yeah, and that was over 30 years ago, man. Stop and look at that point in time, we were going through the Rodney King thing. We were going through a lot of turmoil in as far as there was no representation in as far as Black people in upper management and ownership. And that's what my premise was in asking. We won the championship in June of 1991. And I asked Magic and Michael if they would consider boycotting the first game of the finals, and just a show of solidarity with our people, man, who are struggling. And so when I went to the White House, I had been, my mom was a secretary for the Civil Rights Organization. So for me, those things coming out of the womb, that it was about social justice and human rights.
Yeah.
And being able to get a chance to go to the most powerful man on the planet, the President Bush at the time. It was important for me to make sure that I wrote something, and I wrote a letter. And so, and the cold part about where we were in 1991, the only people that knew I wrote a letter was the media and my team and the president. And it wasn't a thing where we had this bully pulpit of social media, whether it be Instagram, Twitter, or YouTube, like you're being able to get your message across instantaneously. And I think that's why Colin Kaepernick was so successful in his movement, was that social media was alive and well, and he was able to put that instantaneous message out there like you're doing now. And you're able to see the groundswell of support that you're getting from a lot of different people, because I saw 375,000 followers or whatever you got, brother, in the last 2 weeks. That's not just Black people, brother. That's across the board. Those are people who are
people who are oppressed by the machine. It happens to all color.
That's it. It's not about you being Black with your dreads or me being Black with a bald head. It's about it's about that green, man, and how much value. And so when I look at this whole thing with Black Lives Matter and the fact that we have to calibrate.
Come on with it.
We have to tell somebody that, but in fact, the reality.
Hey, let me get a toast in before you get to this, because I know this for to be real. Go ahead and get it in.
That's the biggest thing for me, is to realize that whenever we stand on principle, it becomes, in this generation, it becomes hashtag, and it doesn't stick to the reality. So the reality of what you're doing is not about you being a bust. It's not about your basketball, because anybody who played 13 years in the NBA, that in itself is a measure of training and discipline and perseverance beyond what probably 95% of the planet could just do our training. So,
right.
The fact that someone has the audacity to say it, and see, that's the thing that
I've never been through it though.
And brother, and that's the thing that I want our people to realize, that this stuff isn't journalism, because if it was journalism, they would have you on the show to be able to discuss what you were talking about, as opposed to just throwing darts at you, man. And brother, so right now, more than any other period in time, this is so necessary what you're doing. So I'm sitting around laughing about it the whole time. I know.
I'm sorry I cut off your train of thought. You was getting into the Black Lives Matter side of things,
right?
And they raised $90 million. Now tell me the impact of what that money could have done with a game plan and what you think it went to.
Now that's the one of the fundamental principles of, I studied Dr. King, and Dr. King taught us that during the poor people's movement in the 60s, along versus the Vietnam War, that for every Vietnam soldier, the government spent $350,000 to kill one soldier, and for the poor people's program, it was like $350. So when we look at the magnitude of Black life, we can who was throwing that 90 million? Where did it come from? Those are the type of questions that no one seems to answer or needs to answer to some degree. But
they don't have to. They have a cult-like following behind it.
There you go. And that's the biggest part of it, is that, realizing what the movement is and where we are now, and that freedom, justice, and equality is something that can be measured by a dollar. It can't be measured by any of the forces that we have up to this day. And that brothers like you, brothers like myself, brothers across the board, whether black, white, brown, yellow, or red, who stand on the principles of truth and righteous conduct one towards another and respect. That's what we're living in now, man. And that's why your vibration is so real, and that it's beyond a Black Lives Matter thing. It's beyond a pigeonhole effect. It's like you say, when I listen to what you're doing for women and for people who are coming out incarcerated, those are issues that, aren't touched on the mainstream because they're not palatable to be able to have ad space. Don't nobody want to spend ad space on child trafficking and human trafficking. Mm-hmm. To spend time on those topics because they're not those that are sexy to us, because it's not something you want to turn on the news after coming home from work to see about. But we who know that it's a real live issue for those who we can possibly help, we got to do that, brother. So later, for the naysayers, stay on your path and keep that cooking going. I saw that. I saw that out, man. But you know something, brother? You know who we need right now, man, that would be interesting to see what his position would be Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To see where he would fall and what his what I tell people is, oftentimes we talk that leadership stuff. And for me, leadership is organic. It's something that pops up, and at this point in time, you're taking a leadership position, but you're not the leader. And that's what's happened to our people, is that we've been told who our leaders were. And during the COINTEL program with J. Edgar Hoover, they were able to isolate individuals who were so important to the mass movement of our folks and assassinate them. And then we have this whole gang issue that actually came out of a movement that was about the people, man. And it wasn't any individual. And I think that's the thing that they're trying to do to you.
Yeah, we play into their playbook. I see people trying to say that he's a messiah, he's our guy, he's our leader. I'm no leader. I'm still your
brother, I'm so glad that you put that point up, because it's a messianic brotherhood and sisterhood, man.
Yeah.
It's a unified body of the Christ, and no one individual at one point in time, you may need to be the eyes and I'll be the little finger or whatever. Yeah. It's one of those things where we know that our lives are important, and don't nobody have to put a hashtag in front of that for you to raise your children in that mindset, me to raise my children in that mindset. No one has to tell my son or my baby boy that their life matters, because they realize it from
and we tell them.
Absolutely. And see it. And I think the biggest part is they see it when you're doing your research, and your son or daughter may walk into the room and see you researching, and then they back off because daddy is on something, and they can see it in your eyes that it means something to you. And then when they stop and ask you what it is you doing, then you can start to see in their eyes a different mentality of how they see the world, as opposed to just saying, man, my daddy's a millionaire, played in the league and did it. But now they seeing the reality of what your mission is on the planet, not just, and I tell people that basketball, for many of us, that was our ability to go in and use it as a minefield, that we can in and mine whatever economics we could bring back to our community and to our family. And
but you know what? Not to cut you off, they shun us when we do that. When we make it, I'm hearing a lot of things that he's a part of the system because he made it. He's a part of the system because he's no longer with us. If that's the weak mindset that you have, that we can't make it go learn, get the knowledge, the wealth, and come back and bring you up. Isn't that what we're supposed to do? I think a lot of, not to cut you, I think a lot of guys that are not builders, that are not doing anything, they're the ones that's holding these guys back that are going out and have the work to prove what they're doing. They have the talk. So what do you go about that?
And like you say, they have that platform. They have that platform to be able to show that, oh, you don't have to go that route. You don't have to go that route as Kwame. And then one of the things that I found this interesting when I wrote my book, Dave Zirin, who's a national, media guy, he came forward for my book, and he said when he went around the league and asked players why they weren't socially active and stuff, many of them said, you remember what happened to Craig Hodges, which was wild to me, that, a lot of young players had studied the history, even to the point where I'm sure some agents have told players to make sure that you stay away from the politics of it. Let's work on nothing but your branding and seeing how many fans and how many jerseys you can sell. But as opposed to, the reality, you stop and you think about, I heard you and Devin talking about how you have to have so many appearances for the team every year. And so many people don't realize how much impact that has for the larger community, whether you're going to an automobile dealer or whether you're going to a florist, you are impacting economics on a different level for ownership. But when asked on that same level to give back to the community, to where, like right now, every team in professional sports across America should be contributing to STEM education, to the stuff that you're working on, to sustainable housing. And, it's a myriad of things that when I was listening to you and Devin, it was inspiring to the point to hear how brothers have come together and realize that we have a working cooperative opportunity that was never exploited before. And now we have both the technology to be able to do it, where I don't have to be in Georgia, I don't have to be in Minnesota, I don't have to be in LA, but we can make sure that we keep the vibration moving in the right direction. And we as athletes know that momentum is everything. So the momentum that you have going right now, you couldn't pay for it, brother. And tell people it's so much larger than you. So just around my circle, the amount of intensive electricity that's going on around Brother Brown is cool to me, because I tell people I had a chance to play with MJ. I had a chance to work with Kobe. So I've had the basketball world, and how the conversations we used to have. Everybody, that's the wild part of this whole thing when I'm listening to it, is everybody that's been in professional sports has had this conversation that you're bringing up, whether it's on the bus, whether it's in the locker room. We've had these conversations, but so many times won't nobody step up in front of the camera and do like Kyrie is doing, what I'm saying? And tell the reality of where we are. And
I'm glad you brought up Kyrie, because as you can see, and that's, people ask me, why now? Why after 20 years? If you see that every time Stephen A gets a chance, he bring up Kyrie and Kevin Durant. He walked off the stage. What did he say before that? Why didn't Kyrie and Kevin Durant, they led the charge with getting Steve Nash? I'm so mad before I say something. You already said it. You said Kyrie and Kevin Durant.
And I tell people, and that's what when we talk about journalism and acting, he's an actor, man. And I don't look at it in any other fashion that, you're a high paid actor for Disney, So it's not out of the realm for you to be off the charts like that, because you're trying to get promoted to whatever level you are. But facts doesn't matter. But in our world where we're moving towards an ascension, towards a newer world for humanity, it matters, man. And the fact that you putting yourself on the line, and I know the heat that you're taking, brother, especially in this social media climate. And I know the heat that, and if you have touch with Kyrie, man, let that brother know, man, that I appreciate what he's doing, the stance that he's taking, and that we have to support like that, man. And that was the part for me. And I know with Mahmoud that I had teammates in 1991 and 92 who know Hodge, who know my family, who know that this ain't the intentions. Your intentions ain't to try to get anybody fired. You don't have the power to get anybody fired, in fact, but those interests that do, they had the ability to say, Craig Hodges is a militant, and I don't even have any guns. So it's one of those things.
Get
where,
you some, because I might not have any.
My sons handle that, but all in all, man, it's one of those things, brother. For real, I appreciate what you're doing, and like I said, I have a call. I have to talk to my college professor. They're having a podcast this evening for the alumni of Long Beach State and our Black Student Union. So
yeah. I want to bring them on, because my thing is this is what the problem between the young and the old, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have to bridge that gap.
Absolutely.
You guys have all the knowledge, but you guys are holding on to it because we don't give that respect to you guys. And then sometimes there's older people that have resentment that the young guys, that the young guys got the money, they got it so easy.
And you know what else? You know what else they resent more than anything? That they young guys.
Yeah.
you know yourself. If you could go back with the knowledge that you got now and do that thing with Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, it was a problem. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the biggest part that many of us in our generation have, is that we know that we had the wealth, we had the platform to do what you're doing.
Yeah. But guess what? Now we still got it, because with guys like me, my thing is this. I'm going to be the voice for Kyrie and Kevin Durant when a little punk like Stephen A talk like that to somebody like that he can't even do what they're doing. So I'm going to protect them on that front. And then secondly, we have a business plan now that we're trying to sweep across the world. If all these black NBA players, football players, you can put your fist down, because once we get the business plan set, it can be taken to every opportunity zone.
There you go.
They called it that. They said it was an opportunity zone.
Yes,
all you have to do is get the building or the land in the opportunity zone. You got the money already.
Yes,
sir. Put your fist down. Stop asking white people. Let us. That's my thing. Yeah.
Now that's the greatest part of this whole thing for me, is to hear that's a solution. You feel me? That's a solution, and I'm with you, brother. Let me go and handle this other business, and you got
Cheers to you, man.
Cheers, man.
Hey, I'll have you back anytime. Tell your coach that I would love to have him on. Anybody who's talking to the youth and can help with this shoe program I'm trying to put together, this is bigger than me. I can't do this by myself. So salute to you and enjoy your family.
Let me know how I can help, brother, anyway.
Yes, sir.
And peace.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. I told y'all this right here. As y'all can see, I've been trying to tell y'all, this ain't about no little busty bus. Okay? I'm everything you saying I am. I'm a busty bus. I ain't shit. I'm a failed ball player. I don't like myself. I'm allegedly crazy. I'm hurt. My life is dirt. Somebody said I had my mouth on and I want to hurt them. What else? I'm mad because whatever, but I still want to help the kids. Could I be all those things and still you help me help the kids? Because if not, I'll do it by myself. What I can do, because I don't want to sound arrogant, what I can do is on a smaller scale, because I've been doing it. What we can do could be life-changing. And I know y'all wanted me to get caught up into the negativity and the drama. I'm still going to get caught up in it because the shit funny. Bald head ass Stephen A twisting off the stage, acting like he mad at Kyrie and KD, when these the same guys you arguing with every time. You mad at KD because he great and he can actually hit a jump shot. You mad at Kyrie because he probably won't text you and don't like your bald head ass. So every time you get a chance to talk about these young brothers, you do it. It's sad. I think we need to have KD Momma come back up there, slap your ass with one of them Momma cooking pot this time, motherfucker. Hell wrong with you. But I think it's time for us to actually start getting together and start actually being together. Instead of talking about it, let's be about it. We don't have to pump our fists up and do all these photo ops. Some of you motherfuckers only charitable when the news stations, when your publicist, when your Instagram going, when your YouTube on, but the numbers still remain the same. Black males are reading at a fourth grade reading level. You're asking women to allow males to lead that can't read, that are lacking in male skills and logic. You know, I got all these men trying to drag me out into the street. I ain't go out into the street in 20 years. You think I'm gonna go now? They wasn't listening to me then. They listening now. So why the fuck would I go out to the streets now? Not gonna happen. All I'm gonna do is get better and better and better. So I hope we can all get on the love train, because I'm trying to make it a love train, and I hope we can get on the love train. But if it ain't no love train, we don't got to beef. We don't got to fight. This is not the streets. That's what you niggas don't understand. In Atlanta, in California, in Boston, DC, in a lot of major cities, there's 5 lanes in the highway. I'm not your lane. Pick one. But the one thing that I hope y'all understand is that the more and more people I interview, shout out to Etan Thomas. Etan wrote 2 beautiful articles. I think we locked into 11 o'clock in the morning. I got Judge Joe Brown. I'll be on his show. You guys go look up the Judge Joe Brown show with Valerie Davis. I will be on their show at 4 p.m. tomorrow. I also will be talking to Miss Jessica Reed tomorrow at 6:30 to like pregame for our show on Saturday morning. So I've been very busy, but I've been trying to talk to the people that I need to talk to and that I want to talk to. I'm hoping to get Chris Jackson on, and I'm hoping to connect with some of the NBA players that have channels and podcasts. Shout out to Kenyon Martin. Shout out to Ron Artest. 2 gentlemen that I respect, that are not yes men, that'll beat your ass, that'll give their opinion their way. I respect men that you're not going to tell them how to talk, how to say. They're going to be honest and let the chips fall where they may. And they don't have to do it in disrespect. They'll just do it with just honesty. And any man should be able to accept that. Men don't look in the mirror and go, I see a stomach. No, it's, oh shit, damn. Nigga, you slacking, nigga. We're gonna work out. And that's how men are supposed to act. So shout out to you 2 brothers. And I'm pretty sure we're gonna build and we're gonna do some things, because that's what I'm on YouTube for. I'm not on YouTube to strength and argue. I know y'all might not know what strength means, to fight, argue, beef. I'm not on here for that. I'll do that a little bit for the jokes and the kikis and ha-has, but at the end of the day, we all can joke, we all can laugh, we all can spend money, we all got money. A lot of us do, but we could do that and help our future. And there's real numbers that you can look up that can change the future very easily. And I don't know why it took a busty bust to talk about it. And I'm not afraid. Maybe I'm supposed to be scared. Maybe I'm supposed to be all these things. All I've been doing is getting prepared. You know, that's all I've been doing, is getting prepared. So I have friends that haven't been speaking to me. I have friends that are a part of certain groups and organizations. I haven't spoken to them since I went viral. I don't know what that means, but I was born by myself. Come on now, goddamn hookah, where you at now? Where my leg at? Hold on, I gotta get my hookah right. I'm sorry, y'all. I know y'all thought I was gonna smoke. Y'all thought I was gonna have a hookah. Talking about don't smoke no hookah. We need you around. Shit, it ain't the hookah I'm worried about. Nah, hey, look here. I just had a physical. I had my liver enzymes checked. I had my lungs checked. See, I don't just talk. I go get my stuff checked. You got to get your stuff checked. You got to know. I know I'm all right. You know, because I was close. I'm like, shit, boy. I was thinking when I was going in there, I'm like, shit. I be smoking. I be drinking. I was nervous now. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all be nervous too. But to all the YouTubers that's man, this works so much better at the hookah bar when they get it going for you. I don't be wanting to pull on this shit that hard. What kind of bullshit this is. Let me flip the camera up. Let me hide the camera so I Hey, listen here. I'm getting things together where we're getting on a schedule. I'm gonna start doing a show in the morning or whatever this is. Motivational speaking, just running my damn mouth, getting on your nerves because some of you, whatever it is to you, singular. So I'll be doing one in the morning and one at night. I'm trying to figure out if I'm gonna do like a 7 or 8 o'clock, something like that. But one is going to be called the Mama's Cookin podcast. And I'm going to get that back here. I don't know. I might use a green screen so I ain't got to do nothing and just put whatever I want on there. But I don't know. I think it's important to see that old Busty Bus got the key to his city. Hold on. Where my finger going? Oh, right there. That right there is the key to his city in Brunswick, Georgia. I came out of a homeless shelter and free lunch program. And now I got the key to that city. So I think that's commendable. I don't know. That's just me. I like it. Yeah, I'm gonna start getting into more of that. Somebody said, bro, talk about the NBA life. I'm gonna start talking more about that on my podcast. And some of the people that I've been talking to, the way that I curse and articulate myself and the way I like to, just be myself, be normal. I might have to do that on on my own little podcast or a .com or something like that. So because they're saying, dude, the views that you're getting, if you stop doing this and stop doing that, I'm like, how the hell can I stop being me? Fuck. So if you want me to keep being me, I might have to be me on another situation and just come here and just take the strike because I don't think I can change me. Because you're not going to let me listen to music that say sexy little B, sexy little hoe, and then I can't say fuck you. No. When I was growing up, when I was a kid, all the adults, once they reached to adulthood, they told me one thing, I'm an adult. So that means I can say what the fuck I want. And I couldn't wait. I used to look up at their ass mad as fuck, ready to say something, but I knew I was going to get backhanded. So I just look up at their ass, and I would still get backhanded for looking too damn hard. So I learned to not look. And when they said what they were saying, I would look up but look down at the same time. So I didn't get backhand, but I remember what they said. So goddamn it, I'm grown. I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry. I'm trying to clean it up. He ain't through with me yet, I guess. I don't know. Whatever y'all say. Or did you get the fucking message? Stop trying to tell people what to do and get the message. Stop trying to dissect whether I'm perfect or not and get the message. Ask me, am I perfect? Am I perfect? No. Can we still help the kids though? Stupid motherfucker. I need a perfect man to help me help the kid. That's why you ain't got one now. I know what to do in this situation. Add another cold. Fuck that. Excuse me. Intermission. Y'all can't see me. I feel like you can't see. How about that? Use y'all shit. Some of y'all. But I get a lot of advice and I like it. I thank y'all for some of the advice, but some of the stuff I do on purpose. I hope y'all know that. People tell me, "Oh man, get a studio, put a green screen behind you, this and that," and I'm just like, to me, if I can get the world captivated on what I'm doing from a bullshit iPhone 8, no mic. I had a mic the whole time, but no mic. You see my background, it's just regular shit. Echo in the background. Ain't insulate nothing. It's just about what you're saying. Got my little busty, on this side. Hold on, oh, I gotta get a green screen for that. My little busty bus, motherfucking action figures, and little bullshit that you probably think is nothing, but I do. So I think there's some humility and some realness, connection to me by me doing it this way. I don't know. That's why it's kind of hard for me to think about signing with somebody or something like that, because then they're going to try to tell me what season to put in Mama's cooking. And I don't know if Mama cooking will taste the same if you telling me what the fuck to do. So that's why most people don't understand why they should be by themselves, because it's a lot of people put shit in your head, they fears, they whatever. You hang with a bunch of scary ass friends that always talking about what they can't do and what the white man doing and we can't do this in business, then you ain't gonna be able to do it because they're gonna be telling you that shit. That's why sometimes I go and walk by myself just because I don't want to hear shit you gotta say. I just want to be listening to my music or being quiet, talking to myself, thinking, and therefore I can manifest things out of my mouth that I can get accomplished. I've been talking about this shit years ago. I've been saying years ago. I've been saying what I was going to do in the community. I've been saying what kind of stuff I was going to get. I was saying what kind of impact I was going to have. And so much so that my brother called me like, goodness gracious, what the fuck is going on with you? How in the hell? He said, it seemed like this is everything you say just seemed to be happening. And I told him, I said, it's all right, bro. That's Mama's cooking. You got it too. All y'all got mamas. All y'all got mamas that love. Some of y'all got mamas that love y'all. Let me rephrase that shit. But if you had this mama's cooking that I had, that seasoning, a lot of our mamas was there. They loved you enough to put themselves on the line, put their life on the line. They held themselves back to raise you. A lot of fathers have done it. I'm doing it now. I'm not going to divide the room by just saying women, women, women. No, this ain't about that. This is not the tribal channel. This is to understand that individuals make individual decisions that hurt or help their individual situation or their individual lives or other people around them lives. We got to start thinking again. And the brothers that I want to bring on my platform, and I want them to start talking about the things that they had to do to get to where they got to. And then you can see if your life mirror that hard work, that dedication towards something, regardless of what it is. It don't have to be a sport. It can be that college degree. It can be that job that you want. It can be that house that you want. But whatever you put your mind to do, you can do it. And that's not a belief. That is a fact. My life is living proof of it. Y'all didn't know I went through all the shit I went through. They made y'all think I was some privileged little black kid that was just so lazy that he's squandering away his blessing. If you knew what it took for me to get there, if you knew what it took for me to just get to an AAU basketball practice, If you knew what it took for me to get shoes to play basketball, if you know what it takes for these same young boys that I help with scholarships, same young boys, it's people right now calling me from my hometown. They need 15 passenger vans. They need two to get the kids that are winning to the games. But we love our community. We jump up, we take pictures and shit, and then we get money phones, and all this money in your hand could have bought that goddamn van. But we keep blaming somebody else for shit we could do ourselves. We keep pointing up at a celebrity when you nigga just bought some pussy last week and you saving up to buy some more. That's why we always talking about somebody else. So the spotlight not on us. Yeah, and Stephen A, bitch, why was you at them goddamn colleges? Whoever that was, who that was asked me that shit. The chat moving so goddamn fast. King, where you at? King something. Somebody asked me, nigga, why the fuck was you at them colleges, boy? Where are the analytics from you at them goddamn colleges? We want to know this shit. Does every 17, 18-year-old come with that GoPro? Do they come with a bitch ass analyst that they can't do what they do and they all go around the colleges and talk about it? Did Tyson Chandler, Sagana, and all these guys, were you going around talking about them too? Because, boy, we got to find out what the fuck you doing to our black young male. Because all of us had great stories that should have been, we all should have been national heroes in America. Black. 3 black males, one from Africa, winning the top 5 of the draft. All y'all focused on is how we played. And some of us didn't even get minutes. I see the new thing is numbers don't lie. Well, it was other numbers, you stupid motherfucker. And you right, they don't lie. Ain't never been a number 1 draft pick pay these minutes. We gonna get to the bottom of this thing though. I'm a firm believer that we gonna make it. Oh, shout out to Jadakiss. I saw him on the podcast too. And my homeboy, damn, I'm drawing a blank. Shit, I got this nigga number too. I'm texting. I know the nigga gonna text me and cuss me out. But if you cuss me, it's all good. I deserve it. But just text me, nigga. Don't put it on the internet. Text me and cuss me out. Shit, god damn. I know you ain't soft like the rest of them niggas. You got a family, so you straight. But damn, I got the cheap ass cup. I was gonna say sponsored by Solo. See if we can get Solo to come help these kids. But this ain't really Solo. This is, I don't fucking know. It's that cheap shit. They gave me about 3,000 cups for $6. That's why I got 2 on it so it don't drain through while I'm on YouTube. Shit. Yeah, Kmart. Yeah, I mentioned Kmart already. Man, shout out to all the goddamn YouTubers. We need to stop all this goddamn hating shit. That hating shit ain't gonna last. Hating and drama only gonna go but so far. They just waiting to see the clown show and waiting to see you crash and burn. But I'm not a crash and burn type of nigga. I'm a type of nigga that I don't really get mad like that. I get mad a little bit, but I'm gonna use that mad to get even. If I ain't gonna do nothing about it, I'm gonna go back to making some money. I'm not gonna let no nigga take, man, please. Y'all niggas crazy. I know niggas that done kill people for $100 and do 40 years and 20 years in jail. I don't get it. That's not me. $20. Shit. I'm just gonna leave you the fuck alone. If you the type of nigga that can steal $20, you the type of motherfucker I don't need to be around. And if I'm the type of immature nigga to think that $20 is worth me going to prison for respect, when somebody gonna tell me to take my clothes off, get in the line naked, tell me when I can eat, tell me when I can shower, and I talk about respect, when they gonna disrespect everything about me when I get in there, You can have them $20. Boy, you niggas crazy. Some of you niggas crazy. Shout out to Soldier Boy, man. God dang, boy. And that's why another reason why I'm mad at the Breakfast Club, because I remember looking at that Soldier Boy interview and like, what the fuck wrong with Soldier Boy? It's kind of like people was looking at me, and I feel bad because it was just like this nigga earned his flowers, and we take it away and give it to the people we like. And then when Soldier Boy talk about it, oh, he hating on such and such. You nigga crazy. Soldier Boy, shout out to you, my nigga. I see you. You one of them niggas that started YouTube. We got to find the Soldier Boys that at 14, 13, making songs like that. You that ain't talking about killing everybody that wasn't. He started off on the right. Soldier Boy, I know, I understand. Don't get the Draco. He started off trying to tell you, nigga, kiss me. You crank the Soldier Boy. Then you kept fucking with him. Now he got 100 shooters in the goddamn Atlanta. Leave people alone and give them their respect while they here, goddamn it. Shout out to you, Soldier Boy. Shit. You motherfucker hate too goddamn much. That young nigga showed every old nigga. You young niggas gotta stop disrespecting these young niggas and taking shine from them because they can teach you something. I don't tell my son, don't say nothing to me, I know everything, because he know that they gave this boy a goddamn tablet since he came out of his mama, damn near. So you don't think he gonna know about the computers and all this shit? It's time for us to nurture that in these kids instead of hating. Old motherfucker. Oh, respect y'all though. And like I say, thanks for everybody that's hitting that super chat. Thanks for everybody, period, that's donating, because like I said, I already got a big house. I ain't finna go move around nobody. No diss to nobody. But kind of. But I'm not finna go move around nobody and leave. I already got a house. And and I will be transparent with what I'm doing. So we'll see. Because I know y'all gonna watch me and say something about me. I don't hear you motherfuckers saying nothing about the motherfucker that ain't had no job, that got all this shit now, that done left your black ass. Pastor who? See, I'm glad the comment is going fast. You know what? I think I found gold by accident. I think I need to not have moderators because I think we're so used to this group mentality that the moderators will start blocking the people they don't like. And that's less people. I like you haters anyway. You motherfuckers gonna watch. So I think that's kind of counterproductive. And then I think the chats being as fast as it is, I'm not reading them and fucking up my topics because a lot of YouTubers they are articulate, smart as fuck, able to talk about great topics, but then they start watching that shit over there and fuck everything up. So I think I'm gonna stay away from this shit right here. But I am getting tired, but I appreciate you guys for coming out. I'm gonna enjoy this hookah for about 10 more minutes, and I'm gonna keep this hookah in the screen because niggas talking about it. And I like that you talk about me. That's free promotion. And I ain't gotta pay you. You're paying yourself for me by mistake on purpose. Keep talking about me. Because then people will be able to see the things that you're saying, and they'll be able to match them up with who I'm bringing on my show and whose show I'm going on, challenging my ideals and my thoughts. Then they're going to see the work, and work speak for itself. Thank you. We're going to change this narrative of beef always win. Sometimes beef don't, the money ain't worth it. So what is it? Let me get caught up in the comments for a second before I leave. See what your last thing y'all said. What foundation do you recommend? I recommend the Real Foundation. I recommend Devin George's foundation. He put his information out. Go follow him on Instagram. Devin George. I recommend my foundation. The reason why I haven't put my foundation out yet is because I have some board members and things that I need to get off of my foundation. I am not going to put something out that someone can potentially take my message and steal it. So I want to make sure that I done cut the grass so I can see whatever I need to see. And I have like-minded thinkers, because it's dangerous to have people around you that don't think like you. It's dangerous to have people around you. Well, I won't say that, because I have a mixture on my board of people that don't think like me, but they're not a danger to me, because just because they don't think like me, they're not going to react in a way where they got to overtake me. They'll just talk, share their set of ideals, and I still can learn from them. So I don't want you to think that I'm just going to have a peanut gallery around me. No, I just want objective people that can say their point of view with no malice, and then we can converse and figure things out. And that's what we're not having go on now. We have people peacocking. We have people wanting to be the one. We have, people worried about their pockets or their feelings. And I don't have feelings. I guess being in a homeless shelter and seeing so many situations in real life and how it play out, I just thought that it was better to think about it than feel about it. So you guys have a blessed night. My email, the link is in the description box. The email and all of that, support@BusLife. You can email me there. You can email me. Email me there. I can give you my personal email. But after this video, I'll put the link in the description box as well. Still trying to get King Randall to come on, maybe with some of the beef, but I'll just go off of what they told me. So I'll be patient and I'll wait, because I want to connect everybody. It don't have to be the same format, but everybody that has a format that's going to help these young men and that's going to help these women. We got a lot of programs that's helping women. It's time now to get programs to help these young men so they can grow up to be the leaders that you want them to be, that you talk about them being, but you're doing absolutely nothing about them becoming what you want them to be. So we're going to try to change that. And yeah, I don't want to be, I keep saying I'm just a man. I'm nobody's leader. I'm a flawed man. We all have to be a part of this chain that we're trying to create. That way, white folks can't pinpoint their missile at one person. We've done that already. Stop telling me I'm a messiah. Stop telling me I'm putting my life on the line, because about these kids and your children, you're supposed to put your life on the line too. So if you're going to put that on me, that I'm putting my life on the line, because I don't feel that way, because my mom told me I was covered. So I don't feel this is putting my life on the line. I feel this is my role as a man. We have Black boys dying in the streets. We have a bunch of chaos going on. It's time for the men to step up and not just peacock to get sex from women. It's time to step up because you can get that anyway. It's quiet as kept. But it's time to step up and actually take our leadership role and guide the children. Y'all trying to guide grown ass people. They ain't trying to hear your shit. Women got too much money to listen to you, nigga. But you can impact and help these children. So shout out to y'all. God bless. Good night and salute.